What's up, guys? So what we have today is the Highlander Pro Force 33-liter backpack. Now, I went from being really excited about this pack to, because I thought, when I first saw it, I thought, wow, this looks really, really neat. It looks like a miniature Bergen. And the second I saw it, I wanted to mod it. So, I did what everyone else does. I went online, I went on YouTube, checked out reviews, and unfortunately, there are no reviews for this model. But similar models and similar literage. All the reviews that I saw, people were talking, really positively. I can't speak today. Positively about them. So I figured, you know what? The more I looked at this pack, it was pretty much a deal as well. Half the retail price of its current model. This is an old gen model that, yeah, I don't believe they make anymore. But yeah, so when I saw it, I was like, this looks like a miniature Bergen. A really neat little pack, day size pack. Especially the back as well. As you can see, the design. This thing focuses. There we go. With these as well. And right away, I thought, that's pretty cool. It has the exact same design as a British longback Bergen. And I can probably, run a battle belt in here and attach all kinds of pouches to it. And I was just genuinely excited. But I went from wanting to mod this, to maybe potentially wanting to mod it, to no, I'm not gonna mod it, to finally, no, I don't even want to keep it. So this video is about to kind of showcase my thought process and the features of this pack that basically why I ended up with that final decision. So yeah, let's quickly get into the features of the pack, and then I'll show you what I thought about it. So it's the current versions are 1000 denier XTP, which is polyester, but in here the tag says 100% nylon. And the thing is, material, it feels okay. I expected just this, to be honest. I expected it maybe to be a tad bit thicker, I don't know. But pretty much, it's a 33-liter pack, so I didn't expect it to be incredibly tough. Especially because Highlander as well, the brand generally doesn't make the toughest of packs. And what can I say? I was intrigued by this pack though, because it literally looks like a miniature Bergen. It's got the side pouches, the design here. And this is Force's NI pack, which stands for Northern Ireland pack, which is, I guess, their take on the Northern Ireland patrol pack, the official one. And what can I say? The shoulder pads, first impression shoulder pads look really nice, really nice and thick, really stiff as well. So, I actually quite like that. And, same as a Bergen. And the problem with this pack, or actually, let me get into the features. The side pouches, I inquired as to whether they can fit a water bottle, and they can fit a 2-liter water bottle in it just fine. So I thought, perfect, 2 liters on each side, that covers all my needs for a day hike. So I wanted to try this out for a day hike, and obviously after I modded it and everything. But yeah, so that was a plus. I figured, okay, if that's doable, then make the purchase. And initially, when I first saw this pack, I thought I really just want to mod this and turn it into a bit more, of a functional pack, and just a more functional and bit more literage, on the pack. Give it a bit more literage. Let me just quickly finish off with the features. So it has one pouch up here, another pocket in here, zippered compartment, so that's pretty handy. I like the fact that it has 2 separate compartments, and a bit odd, the choice for the webbing up here. Probably should have been 4, like 1, 2, 3, 4, but hey, whatever. The quality of the webbing is actually quite good. I really like that. Grab handle as well. Really nice stitching and just quality, webbing. But the material, that's the thing. The plan, okay, so first of all, as well, I forgot to mention, it doesn't have the storm collar as newer models do. And but that's okay, I didn't mind. It's a 33-liter pack, so don't really need one, to be honest. The cord here is a little bit on the cheap side, to be honest, but whatever. Again, 33-liter pack, I wasn't expecting much. It was 35 euros. Talked them down to 30, so you know what I mean, about €1 per liter. I figured that was a decent price. I definitely wouldn't pay retail price for this pack. At least I think they go around twice that online for the newer models. But anyway, back to the pack. So I got it, and I thought right away, like as I purchased this pack from the same guy, I managed to purchase a whole bunch of pouches in DPM, which I was planning to use to pimp this pack out, when I mod it. The original plan was to have 2 utility pouches up here, side by side, have some molle sewn or some pals webbing sewn horizontally, so I can attach these. But to be fair, I mean, even though this could potentially work, they are a little bit crammed. But the initial plan, the first mod that I planned was to have a respirator bag sewn just below here. And I'd have to, cover this stitching. First of all, I don't even know if that's entirely possible. Like, I don't know if the tailors will be able to do this, or maybe just the shoemakers, because this is quite tough material. And that's kind of what my first, hesitation was when I thought about it, now that I have all the different components, and feeling the material from the pack itself, is so much thinner compared to the respirator bag, which is seriously thick material, seriously rugged. So I don't know. Let's assume that it's possible to have this sewn on here. But the question now is, would this material hold anything that I put in here? Would it hold? I don't know. That's why I was a little bit dubious, and as to whether that would actually work, provided, like I said, that it's possible in the first place. And at that point, if I decide to do that, and provided as possible, I wouldn't have any more room for the pouches up here. I tried waving one sideways, you know, on this pal's webbing here, and it just looked a bit off. You know, it looked to the side, you know what I mean, and just a bit crammed in there. It just didn't make any sense. So I figured, no, scrap that idea. And unfortunately, I mean, it does have a waist belt here, but yeah, it's just a standard belt, nothing special to it. And the plan was to run a battle belt through here, and then attach these kind of pouches on the sides, you know, to have the functionality of having, you know, just pockets on the sides. But the problem with this pack, other than the fact that it, you know, I mean, the padding is there. There is padding. You know, it's not the best. It's not the worst. But the problem is, it's just quite flexible. It's quite flimsy like that. And again, it could have a quick fix. Just throw in some cardboard, like a stiffener or something, at the back inside the actual pack. But the problem is, when I don the pack, I realized that it just rides simply too high, and I wouldn't be able to use the battle belt feature or even this belt, just because it would hit me in my lower ribs. You know, it's just way too high the way it rides. And that's the main drawback, I have to say, of this pack that I didn't realize. To be fair, it looked longer from the picture, and I suppose as well because of the top flap. But you know, it just doesn't work, unfortunately, and it's a real shame, because I was getting really excited about this pack, like I said, and then the more I thought about it, I'm like, so hold on, the material, you know, isn't gonna hold this. Isn't really gonna hold this. I don't believe it will, at least. And if I were to be able to do this, and for some reason then this thing starts tearing, you know, the pack itself, I'm gonna be really annoyed at that. So I figured, you know what, leave that. You know, just drop that idea altogether, and or any idea to have pals webbing sewn here, because again, I thought to myself, what do? Do I unstitch this and then have it stitched horizontally, and then, you know, some more webbing just to complete it? And then I thought, no, because I'm afraid that if I unstitch this, it's just gonna create holes and rips and tears in the fabric, which, like I said, isn't all that strong. You know, it's what can I say, guys? I was expecting a little bit more, just because this is their Pro Force range, so their military range of backpacks. But you know, just the way this rides, it rides really far too high on me. Let's see if I can quickly show you. Okay, so as you can see, I mean, I've got the pack on, and the belt, look at how high that rides, you know? And even if I were to use the loops available on the pack, I wouldn't be able to effectively to make this ride where it should, which is on my hips. This is far too high. And like I said, but not having a rigid back is just a floppy kind of sack hanging on your back. So yeah, what can I say, guys? It just doesn't ride comfortably at all. So for me, that's a big fail, is all I can say. Another little detail as well that I saw, like the sternum strap, for example. Look at the way it's, you know, look at that. it's not on the way it should be. And now I can't actually do anything about it other than, or I mean, the only thing I can do about it is I'd have to unstitch this this end, so I can weave this thing back out and then weave it back through normally. So okay, it's just a small detail, nothing big, nothing major, but as I said, the pack itself just rides way too high. It feels like a child's pack, for a 33-liter pack. It still shouldn't I mean, it still should ride like a pack for an adult. This doesn't feel like a pack for an adult. That's the problem. It just rides way too high, and the placement of the waist belt as well is just way too high. Even if I were to lower this some, it'd still be way too high. So unfortunately, this pack, I was excited, thinking I have a new pack to test out for my day trips, but unfortunately, the reason for this video is to showcase some of my findings, and the reason why I think I am not going to do anything about this pack. I'm definitely not going to mod it, and I don't even think I'm going to use it as it is, unfortunately. I might, but because I can carry my water, but is it going to be comfortable to carry my water like that, for a day hike? I don't know. That's the thing. It doesn't feel comfortable as it is, so I doubt it would feel any better with weight in it. And yeah, it's just, the idea was there, and had this been an actual Northern Ireland patrol pack, it would have been a nice mod to try. To have like a respirator bag sewn onto this panel here, the back panel. And but unfortunately, yeah, I just don't believe that, even if it's possible to do it, I don't believe that this will hold. Anything that I put in here, I just have a funny feeling that it just won't do it any good. So and it could just ruin the pack, and then I'm gonna have trouble selling it off. So I figured, whatever. I mean, it wasn't too much money wasted. Technically, I got a really good deal on all the pouches, an extremely good deal. I paid about €5 a pouch. One of them was 10, I think, but I could sell these off and still make a profit of these. So not everything is been completely worthless, and they might come in handy for other projects. Like this pouch, for example, would come in really handy for my Filipino DPM Alice pack as an admin pouch to put on the webbing. So that definitely is gonna come in handy, and these might come in handy, who knows. But yeah, the pack, unfortunately, I had all the pouches. That's the thing. I bought the other respirator bag just to make this mod. I was really excited, thinking, yeah, let's mod a pack and turn it into a day size, pack that's, just more functional, and just because I like to mod packs, I suppose. But unfortunately, as I mentioned, material, I don't know, guys. Like I said, it's okay, but to be fair, if anything done to this is, I don't know, I just don't trust it. I don't trust it holding up over time. And considering the fact that it's just too flimsy, it's just the back panel, and the fact that it just rides way too high is unfortunately going to have to be a no-go for me. So what can I say, guys? I hope I covered all the points that I needed to cover concerning this pack, and the project that I wanted to undertake with it. But yeah, it is what it is, and you know, it's really a pack that I think is more for a child. That's my overall opinion of it. Just because of the overall construction, the overall build, the quality of the materials, and most importantly, just the way it rides. It just doesn't feel like a pack that's meant for an adult. So, what can I say, guys? I hope you learned something new. I don't want to talk badly about Highlander, just because, I don't want to sound like I'm talking badly about Highlander. It's just, for my needs, this pack isn't gonna do it for me, and it's a real shame. And that's the only reason I felt like I wanted to make this video, just because there's so many good reviews out there that have nothing bad to say about him, and so I go on to those based on those reviews as well, whether I should make a purchase or not. So yeah, I hope you learned something, and unfortunately this pack will not be featuring anymore on the channel, but still a neat little pack, I suppose, if you're a little younger. But yeah, what can I say, guys? Thanks for your time, as usual, watching me ramble about packs, and hope you learned something new and enjoyed the video, and as always, I will see you on the next one.